Hey, hi, hello, my name is Tara, and I am a 20-year-old girl from a small town in Europe, and I spent around a year, um, after I graduated high school as a straight A student, pretty much, I might add. So expectations of people in my little small town were pretty interesting, are still pretty interesting, but I spent the first year after high school just, being at home in a bit of a it's not like isolation, but it's like um hibernation. I don't know what to call it. Anyway, I just spent a lot of time living like still in my little small town for a year. Not because I do not want to do anything else. Like, not saying that there's anything wrong if I decided to not do anything else and like stay in my little small town and like I don't know, get some job here or whatever. But I have a lot of ideas and a lot of things that I want to do. But the first year was pretty interesting for that, and I wanted to just talk about that because I was sitting here and I was like, wait, what do I want to talk about? I feel like I need to make a video about. It just feels like I need to make a video about something, but then I was like, wait, I need to make a profile and I need to make it like an advice motivation thing or like a fun cute little vlog. But then I was like, wait, I need to talk about exactly like what is like not exactly like I'm not gonna get like I'm oversharing, but I need to talk about this because I feel like it's an interesting thing because I feel like I am kind of like I talked about this yesterday in a voice note to myself. Like, do you also do that? I feel like that's an niche thing. Film voice notes like to your future self if you do not have time to journal or something. Anyway, some people might roll their eyes at this and say, you just had too much time at home. Well, maybe, but then again, maybe. I feel like that made me a bit more self aware and maybe too self aware at times, but that's not the topic of today's video. I was like, I want to talk about this, okay? Because I feel like it just might help people if you feel behind. And you might think right now, like, how could you possibly have felt like you're behind when you're 20? I feel like that's possible when you're a little kid, even, with how comparison is integrated into our minds. In society today, it's really compare, compare, compare. Like, look at where they are. Look at where they are. They had worse grades than you, and right now they're in a university a year ahead of you or whatever. It just makes you feel like you want to rush and do everything. But sometimes I watched a video a couple of days ago. This video is all over the place. I'm so sorry for that. I feel like I'll get to a point in a second. But I watched a video of a man saying something like the slow, boring way sometimes is maybe the right way for you, Maybe is the best way because I feel like we're so obsessed with optimization in today's world. That's what he was talking about, and I feel like it is really important to optimize a lot of things. But sometimes when it comes to like life choices, when it comes to just some things that maybe need to be built from the ground up, that there needs to be like more thought put into it, maybe. And it's just not meant to be sometimes like that. It just some things in your life are not just meant to be rushed, and sometimes that slow way does get you further in your own journey later on. Because I feel like this year, from the outside, in a lot of the ways, I don't think like I haven't. I wasn't enrolled in a university for the first year, and that made a lot of people doubtful, and that made a lot of people, even myself, I was like, wait, what am I doing? Like, wait, am I actually behind? Wait, should I not be doing things exactly the same way as everyone else is? But then I was like, girl, just, you know, stop turning around. Look, look in front of you. It makes sense in hindsight. Like, so many things to me right now, by slowing down, make sense to me because I wasn't really slowing down. I was, doing a lot of things in my own mind. Like, I wasn't slowing down, I was doing things, like I wasn't just laying down and, as they say, bad rotting, even if that sometimes is maybe what some people need, I don't know. But if you are right now like 60 years old and you're like, oh wait, I'm behind, I cannot do this, I feel like one of the biggest things that I've learned is that you can always take a step. You can always take a step. Like, that's the most important thing, is that action. Like, you can prepare all you want, you can slow down and do the needed preparation, but then sometimes along the way, like, what really is needed is to take steps. And even though slowing down are steps, I don't know if this video makes sense at all, but right now I'm like really right now, like, I'm really big on the fact that you're just not behind, and that you can stop neglecting the things that you've been neglecting in your dreams and whatever you want to change, and you can always stop neglecting them, and you can stop and reevaluate, are the things that you want to do in your life something that has been put on you by the external and by the expectations in the world, and or are they something that you truly want? Maybe you don't even know if you're completely sure if you want it, but you can try it out. Like, it's not, if it's not like a hurtful thing, obviously, like, it's, if it's just scary in an uncomfortable way, you can try it out. You can see trial and error. A big thing too. Trial and error, take the steps, they're just gonna take you further. Fail fast, enjoy it along the way. Figure it out along the way. Yeah. I don't know, I feel like I might have yapped a lot in this video, but sometimes, you do need to slow down and to appreciate the in-between period where you have no idea what you're doing, but you're doing. Because, like, this year I've been doing things, it's just they haven't been on paper, like, they've been nothing on paper, like, for years I used to be like, just I don't want to say like the gifted child, whatever, but I've just been a girl that like studies and studies and gets great grades, and on on paper it's like, wow, she's a great student or whatever. But I wasn't doing truly like anything that fulfilled me. I mean, I've learned a lot. I've learned about like discipline. I've learned about I don't know, a lot of things in high school, and but I feel like afterwards, I just learned like that you need to learn that true fulfillment doesn't really come from validation of that sort, like from other people or from yourself. Because at that time, I was like getting that validation for myself as well. Like, I would study and get a good grade, and it would be like, oh yay, like that's the, I guess, moving on. Like, it never satisfied. So yeah, this video is so all over the place, but you can do the things that you want to do. You can stop neglecting them. You can dedicate time to both those, the external, to your job if you currently have one. I'm not saying go and quit your job and do only the things that you love. Never do challenging stuff. Abandon everything for a year just to work on yourself. But what I am saying is you can always take the steps to change. You can always take it into your own hands, even if it seems a bit strange in the beginning, even if it means making decisions that seem a bit delusional or like too risky or like something that you cannot change. You always can. You always can change for the better. You can always take daily steps. You can always reevaluate, see that maybe what you tried isn't for you, or maybe it is, and you learn along the way, you figure it out, and yeah, it is better for everyone truly involved, even for the people that were confused by you. Like, you do not owe validation to, like, you do not need to validate all of those expectations of yourself. I don't mean like normal stuff, like morally, obviously, like if people expect you to act like a normally good person, whatever, like not those types of expectations. I mean expectations as in I was a great student, and then maybe people expected me to right away go and study to become a doctor or something, and that was never something that I wanted and that I personally would have been satisfied doing, but that's what people may have expected from me, and that doesn't mean that the decisions that I make are wrong. It just, they're just different than maybe what people may have expected me to do, and maybe this turns out to be better for everyone involved. Maybe by doing what I do right now, or by making some decisions that I do make in the future, or acting on the things that I realized that I, truly have wanted since I was like 6, maybe that way I can help even more people, and not only myself, not only be more fulfilled and satisfied myself, but I also help more people that way. So yeah, go after it. If I can take a step, so can you. That sounds so cheesy. But it truly is that way. I hope I inspire at least, like, if one person sees this and if they feel like they can take a step to change, if they feel like they do deserve and are capable, deep down, you are capable of, like, even now, even if you feel behind, even if you feel like it's late, to change for the better, to make a decision to change something for the better in your life. It is not, like, if one person watches and they feel that way, I really, like, they can take a step towards a better present and future, and that way it's gonna be better for other people, I've done my job. Okay, I don't know, I've gotten really excited. I also made this little tool, and I don't want to talk about it in that way, and I'm like, I made this and then I'm gonna go and buy it, but I made a little fun tool and a sustainable, for a little fun, sustainable way to, like, reorganize your goals and to organize them into, like, steps that you can take every day. It's like a digital journal, so you can change the steps as you go. So when you take a step, like, you can obviously, like, swap it because it's digital. You don't have to cross it out or whatever. You can put it into apps or print it out, even if you want to do so. For the people who just have, like, so many ideas and so many goals like that, but have been neglecting them for such a long time, and finally feel ready to stop struggling with execution, and to start turning those visions into daily actions and progress. Okay, I've been yapping for such a long time. Also, if you want to follow me on my other accounts, I link them down below, along with the little tool, I hate saying it like a tool, the little digital journal that I made, which is called Stepstar. I link down my other accounts down below if you want to check them out as well. And if you came to this, if you watched so far the whole video, I appreciate you so much, even if you didn't, even if you skipped to this part. I appreciate you very much for watching, and yeah, I hope that we can inspire each other throughout, I don't know, whatever this is. Okay, thank you once again. Talk to you when I talk to you. Bye-bye.